Hey folks, how you doing? Believe it or not, take 3. Just didn't like how the first one turned out. And that other one I just made a minute ago, I got tripping so bad over my tongue, I couldn't see what my tooth was saying, and it was not purty. I'm up here at the yard. Yeah, I'm at the Loves by the yard. Came up 49, and it was heavy, misty, sprinkly, starting to freeze type nonsense. Starting getting all kinds of warnings on my phone. I was getting them coming across 40 out of Little Rock. So it's supposed to be nasty. I made it up here without a problem. Yeah, my mirrors and stuff all iced up, still got ice on them. But the roads were good. It got down to 29. I don't know what it's down to now. 28, light fog. But I know I've got to go back down that same way I came up. Yeah, I know what's down there, and it ain't pretty. Now, it's only supposed to be 1/10 of an inch of ice. 1/10. That ain't much. But that 1/10 can create a lot of havoc for you. It's not like you're out there driving on it and breaking it up. You ain't. Now, there's the chance that I could have got back over there and started going down, and the traffic may have heated up the road enough to knock it off if it had quit raining. But if it's an ice storm, they're not talking about it quitting. They're talking about it accumulating. So boys and girls, Papa Joe don't play on the ice. The ice is very unforgiving. That 1/10 of an inch, it will whoop ass on 80,000 pounds. It don't care. So I'm camping out up here. The alert's supposed to be over. The watch is supposed to be over. There goes some kind of a salt truck. Really? You're putting down salt? Of all things to put down in this day and age. I lost track where I was. But anyhow, a salt truck? I didn't think anybody used salt anymore. Reckon so. I was noticing that they had not put down nothing on the highways coming up. And when I was talking to some of our people in the shop, they said they're not going to. They were saying that last night. They was predicting this last night. And they said that they wasn't going to put nothing down. That below a certain temperature, it just don't do any good. Really? I thought that newfangled stuff they used was supposed to do all kinds of stuff. Huh. Go figure. But I got up here, dropped that wagon, hooked to this wagon. I'm parked up here at the Loves, waiting to see what's going to happen with this nonsense. It's supposed to leave at midnight, or it's supposed to be over at midnight. It ain't like it'd just disappear. I put some squatchy juice in my tanks and topped them off. So I should be good for not gelling up. They say it's only supposed to get down to like 23 or something. which I probably could have got by without putting anything in them. But I don't play that way. I like to err on the side of safety, especially if it's a matter of me being uncomfortable. Now, a lot of the companies out here, they think that truck drivers should err in the way of their profit margin. No, I don't play that way. And I can honestly say that when I owned my truck, I drove it just like I do this one. Now this one I turn off more because it has that battery powered APU unit. When I owned my truck, APUs were like $10,000. I mean, they was stupid money. You really could not make your money back on them. Unless you just said all the time, and I never did set. So I didn't have an APU. Decent weather, I had my windows down and whatnot, but she idled. Got a little bit of feedback on some of my cooking videos. Stormy down in Arkansas, she's trying to make the stuffed pork chops. Now, I don't see why she can't. I shouldn't say trying. She is making these stuffed pork chops. They're not that hard to make. Now, her significant other, my wannabe #1 fan, which he ain't, his wife is. She likes me. She knows I'm a chick magnet. She just can't resist me. And that just drives him nuts. From what I'm understanding is now he's trying to mimic everything I do. He's trying to grow a Fu Manchu, but he ain't man enough. He can't do it. So, he's a damn Yankee. How in the hell can a damn Yankee even try to replace something like this? Dude, forget it. You married a Southern girl, and she knows a chick magnet when she sees him. So, suck it up, Buttercup. I am her new #1. I'm just pulling their chain. They both know it. One of my daughters seen my post about making gravy. Brought back a memory or 3. So that's what she's fixing for dinner tonight as breakfast. One of my faithful subscribers, Bob Bell, I do believe it is. He watched my breakfast burrito where I did the chorizo and sausage and eggs. And he said he just mixed his eggs and beans together. First time he ever done it. Always kept them separate. And he liked it. Well, I'll tell you, Bob. When I was growing up, now y'all know I'm hillbilly. And that ain't no story. I'm true born hillbilly out of the Ozark Mountains there in Missouri. We were poor folk. We just didn't really know that there was anything but poor folk. We thought everybody was poor folk. And we didn't realize that a lot of our eating was because we was poor folk. Now, I'll tell you a secret about beans. And your white beans, navy beans, Great Northern beans. Great Northern, I think, is my favorite on this trick. But you know how you cooked your beans and you put them away in the ice box, and when you dig them out, they're just all one big gel, right? We all know that. One of my favorite sandwiches as a younker, I'd take me a big old spoon of those out and put it on a plate, just gelled up like it is, didn't warm it up, and we damn sure didn't have microwaves back then. Take you a fork and mash them beans all up. Then take you some mustard and put you some mustard in there. I don't think Grey Poupon would work very good. So you got to get regular old American mustard. Put a good healthy squirt of that according to your taste. And put that on some old light bread and make you a sandwich. And buddy boy, now you're doing something. We used to take potted meat and would scramble some eggs with potted meat. Another one of my favorite, which one of my boys mentioned it today to me. He thought we did it for New Year's, and no, that was not the case. I just did it periodically throughout the year. I like spinach, mustard greens, that kind of stuff. Now what I would do is I'd get a can of the spinach and mustard greens, open it up and drain out all that you can, mash it down in there and drain some more off of it, and then pour it in your old cast iron. And you're still going to have juice in there. So let that juice cook off of there. Add you some bacon grease to it, just for flavoring. Break that spinach down a little bit, warm it up real good. Throw you a couple cans of potted meat in there. Get that mixing in with them greens. Now remember, you got two kinds of greens in there. And you got 2 cans of potted meat in there. And I'd add about a dozen eggs. Then I'd commence to mixing them up and scrambling them all together. Buddy boy, if you like greens, that's the way to go. That's some good stuff. But we did stuff like that simply because we was poor folk. We didn't realize it. That was just how we was raised. Poor boy had poor ways, remember? We'll give them two a try. And if you're eating beans with your eggs for breakfast, evidently you're redneck enough, you just might like that bean sandwich. So, I mean, you know, do you eat fried Spam? I did growing up. I did as an adult out on my own. I ain't had none in forever. I have got some for the truck. Well, I'll cut it into 3 or 4 slices in the truck and just have me sandwich. But I ain't fried none in a while. Huh. I might have to try that here before long. I ain't done that in a spell. And actually, it ain't even cheap anymore, is it? Some of the stuff, potted meat, viney sausages, ain't none of them cheap anymore. They used to be pretty cheap compared to everything else. Now they keep it in the canned meat section. I don't know that I would have called it meat, but you know, it damn sure was a staple. And what I was saying about Jim a while ago is he said that a couple years back he had made that taco bread ring. Me and Grandma still toying with the idea of what we might do additional with it. See what other wild and crazy ideas we can come up with in the next couple weeks. I don't want to flood you too bad with cooking videos, but then again, if I do, I do. You're on it for the ride of my life, right? So we'll see what the crazy old man comes up with next. I'm hoping here before too terribly long to shoot another video of the property. It's coming along pretty good. Yeah, buddy, you got something going on. He got a bunch of water running out of the front of his truck. Good thing we're at a repair shop. Matter of fact, I had some of that taco ring tonight for dinner with refried beans and rice and a little guacamole. Good stuff. I did good. I only ate the one serving, or the one dish that we made up. I was very tempted to eat more, I ain't gonna lie. That was good stuff. Then I'd be running myself out of food for the week. I don't know what I'll do tonight. Probably sit here and try to think of something to get online and bug y'all about. I'm making a video, boy.
I'll be back. Bye.
Why? What up? Hell, I'll make one with you on the damn phone. Alright, folks, this is Little Joe. He's the one that creates all the problems that I have to solve on this YouTube channel.
Yeah, they're called grandkids.
Oh, okay. Right? Class over?
Yeah, class is over.
You lucky rascal. I was just telling them about spinach and eggs that we got talking about earlier, and telling them about cooking it. Oh, me, oh my.
That's a good recipe.
Yeah. I was also telling them about bean sandwich. Go ahead. I said I was telling them about a bean sandwich I used to make growing up. I'm sure I showed you kids about mashing up beans and adding mustard to it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually just tried a Asian dish called zig-zig, or sizzling zig-zig.
Okay.
That I learned in the Philippines. Basically, you take a cast iron skillet and you put in basically what we would equivalent corned beef and hash, except it's not really that over there.
Yeah.
And get it sizzling hot in the oven. And then you pull it out and you crack an egg on top of it and you serve it.
Yeah.
So I just went to Crackle Barrel and got one of their single serving cast irons.
Yeah.
And I made it, and it turned out really good. It's not quite like you get in the Philippines. The spices aren't there and stuff.
Right.
But still, you know, very close. American style.
Right.
Well, when Crystal gets here, she can teach me better.
Well, I used to do something a lot like that. Well, I couldn't help myself. I had to go ahead and break the egg and scramble it in there.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. When they serve it to you, you're supposed to crack the egg and stir it in while it's still hot.
Right.
And the heat from the meal cooks the egg and cools everything else down.
Right.
So that's effective, from the way Crystal explained it to me, at least.
Yeah. Well, you did need to make sure them eggs cook pretty decent. Oh.
Well, they turn all the way white. I mean, the yellows get cooked and the whites turn white.
Well, then it ought to have been done. I tried a different egg recipe over the weekend. Did you see it? Where I did the tortilla? I just took a cupcake pan and tore a tortilla into 4 pieces and stuck down in there and put a little cheese in there and busted an egg in there. I'm about to decide I don't like them eggs cooked like that. They're kind of like damn it, I'm always calling it poached, and poached. There we go. I'm always missaying it on purpose, and then when I want to say it right, I can't.
Poached egg is cooked in water.
Right, I understand that. But when you bake that egg, like I have in a couple different recipes, it comes out a lot like that. And I ain't real crazy about it.
Well, I saw a recipe this weekend that was pretty good. It was where they took a muffin tin, like what you did, just a 12-count muffin tin, and they took a piece of baked bacon, soft cooked bacon, wrapped it in the circumference of the muffin tin, and then they put muffin mix at the bottom of it, baked it for a certain amount of time, and then they cracked the egg on top of it, and made it for like the muffin continued to grow up and around the egg, and it was pretty decent.
Yeah.
You pull it out, you got bacon, muffin, and egg. You know?
I've been toying with the idea since we did that crescent taco ring. I've been toying with the idea of trying to take some crescent rolls and put them in the bottom of a cupcake pan. Or else I've told Rose I want to get, I keep calling them crucibles and they're not. There's another name for them little individual baking dishes. And she just, yeah, I can't think the name of it. Starts with an R, I think. But anyhow,
yeah.
I've been toying with the idea of taking one of them and putting a crescent roll in there, like I did the other day with that tortilla. And what was that first one? Oh, the first one was ham. But putting that in there and putting an egg and stuff on there. I just don't know if that crescent roll's going to cook right with an egg on it. And of course I'd scramble mine. But then you have to worry about, is the crescent roll going to pick up or swell up enough that it pushes the egg out of it?
Ramekin.
Ramekin, there we go. That's it.
I had to stop thinking about it to think about it.
Yeah. But anyway, it's something else I've been toying with. The thing is main reason I do any of these is trying to come up with a breakfast to bring out here. And I can already tell you, them eggs that ain't scrambled, that I wouldn't like that out here at all.
Well, you need something you can pull out of the Ziploc bag or a Tupperware and eat while you're driving.
Well, I've got time I can warm it up and all that. But I'm trying to get away from just doing the sandwiches. I mean, the eggs I do in the oven and cut down into sandwiches, those work real good, but damn, they gets old, you know? So, after Steven told me about that ham bowl thing, it just got me to wanting to play around and try to come up with something a little bit different. And so far, I'm not impressed with, I mean, this stuff makes good for a meal at the house, but it is not something that I'd want to bring out here.
Right. Well, that makes sense, you know. Well, and you know what's going to happen is by the time you retire and stop driving, you're going to have time to think of these, oh, well, this would have been nice, because you actually have time in the kitchen to play. Right now, you just got the weekend, 34 hours is that.
Well, that's a good thing about YouTube, though. See, I can always make the videos and let other people try it. Oh, I can just be playing an experiment. I can be the experiment kitchen.
Well, and that's where what's nice is, you know, we can get people that will comment in or say, hey, I've tried this, do that video share we were talking about.
Right.
Where you did your ham bowl, now someone else can put up a video or share a link with what they've tried.
Speaking of which, if you will go into my email, the simple cooking email, there's a notice in there from that outfit you was trying to get the video stuff going on with, where they're wanting to do a free demo with you. And I could have went and done it, but you get to be the one to play with that nonsense, so go check it out. And it's supposed to explain to you how to do it with 2 or 3 people. Oh, whenever you got a minute.
The video sharing?
Yeah, where you're filming 2 or 3 people at once.
Oh, okay.
It's going to show you how to conference them in and stuff. Oh, I figured I'd let you deal with that.
Right. Well, I know how to do that. I just need to get you guys a couple of you set up with the software.
Yeah.
You know? We just need to get together.
Yeah.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm fixing to cut it off, and I'll go see if I can find that. You said you had sent me that software, right?
Yep. I sent you the link for it. I can resend it to you if you want.
It don't matter. But yeah, this would be a good night for it. I ain't got nothing to do, and I'm bored. These people are getting tired of me talking about nothing. So tell them good night.
Good night, guys.
All right, I'll be with you in a minute, son. Hold on. All right, folks. You see what my life's like. I got to deal with that damn boy. It's a never-ending job. That thing about kids, once you have them, you can't get rid of them. They're there forever. Y'all remember, God loves you, and so do I. I'm going to go play with his boy, see if I can torture him some. Y'all have a good evening now. Good night.